Are you having fun? Are you spun? 2002. Yo, this is a drug, a crime, cult classic, comedy, thriller, drama. It's got it all. It's a great movie. This is a 2002 film, with Mickey Rourke. Can't ask for much more. Alright, I'll shut up. Let's watch a trailer and let's get into this motherfucker.
Hey, you snuck up on me there. Whoa. Hello, folks. Sure missed you. Today we got a real hot show for you. We're gonna go through the 3-day process to make amphetamine dope. Now, I have the water ready here, and we're gonna dump in some of these beautiful Super Dream pills. We want to just drop these little beauties in here. There we go with the goodies. We want to let this boil. We want to get it going for about 16 hours. Let's bring this goodie over here. If you do it right, it should look like meringue. You want that scummy foam off the top. Voila, look what we have here. Whoa, does this look good. Okay, now just for a touch of a little bit of, we add a little MEK. Just enough to give it a little shot in the ass, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you get the thick gloves. So you get a little on you. Anyway, we have the finished product, okay? Hope you tune into next week. I'll take you all through the packaging and the distribution process, but in the meanwhile, go see Spun.
Alright, y'all, we're back again. This is your boy Diego, and this is the legendary drug, crime, drama, comedy, Spun, released in theaters 2002. Now, this is a legendary film, and I'm going to tell y'all why in a second, but I'm going to start off by saying that I absolutely love this film. I adore this picture and everything that's in it. The characters, the actors are damn near perfect in my opinion. The way this movie depicts drug culture and specifically meth addiction is it's crazy. It's damn near perfect, as I said. So yeah, let's get into it. Starting out with the cast in this masterpiece. We got Ross, played by Jason Schwartzman. Great actor in this film. Haven't seen him in too many other films, but in this film he plays the role perfect. He's basically the main character, just a meth addict, doing whatever he has to do for his next fix. He's kind of a college kid or a dropout, living in an apartment, and the movie starts out with him going to the trap house getting some dope, and it evolves into this bender he's on. The whole movie's a vibe. It's basically a bender, drug fueled, crazy fucking ride. Anyways, yeah, you got Ross, you got Spider Mike, who is the local trapper in the bando, this fucking disgusting trap house. That everybody that's done drugs or hard drugs has probably been to a fucking spot like this once in their life. But yeah, Spider Mike, played by great actor John Leguizamo, some type of Mexican, if I'm not mistaken. And let's get to it. We got Frisbee, played by Patrick Fugit. No, he plays a good role as well. Kind of just the shy kid, nerdy kid playing video games. But he's young, but he's also strung out on dope. Whatever. He's in the trap. We got Nikki, played by Brittany Murphy, absolutely gorgeous woman. And in this, Nikki is the tits. She is an absolutely awesome character, hot, stripper. She says the right things. She's in that party vibe. She's looking for dope. She's the plug's boyfriend, or sorry, she's the plug's girlfriend, but actually not the plug, the supplier. Uh, and we'll get to him next. The cook, played by Mickey Rourke. Very, very good film by Mickey Rourke. I think this is one of his best performances ever, in my opinion. One of my favorite films that he's in. Uh, yeah, he plays the cook, basically a meth cook cooking out of a fucking hotel room, wherever he can set up shop and make his product. And this is back in the days, the 90s, when meth, you could make meth pretty easily with Sudafed pills or whatever. And however the fuck they make it in the lab. And yeah, this is when meth was being snorted, and you called the high getting spun. Sure, they still call it that, but now getting spun is more has more to do with doing coke, I think. Who else? We got Cookie, played by Mina Suvari. Very gorgeous woman as well. She is the plug's girlfriend, Spider Mike's girlfriend, and she's kind of holding the trap down with Spider Mike. Yeah, they're very cute in this film, how they're boyfriend, girlfriend, and they're fighting, whatever. It totally reminds you of your typical trap house and the plug fighting with his woman. So yeah. Who else? I'll mention Debbie Harry. She's basically Ross's neighbor, and she's like snooping around, wondering what the fuck's going on with this kid, and why he's got this woman here partying or fucking all night. We'll get to that later. Josh Peck makes a brief performance in this film when he's a kid, pretty funny. He's basically looking for shit from Spider Mike. Yeah, I think those are the main characters I want to mention. Basically it's Ross, Spider Mike, Frisbee, the cook, Nikki, and Cookie. Alright, now let's get into this motherfucker. So the movie, as I mentioned, it's a drug movie. Everybody's on meth basically the whole time. They're snorting meth, they're not smoking it. So it's those days when shit was different back then. Now everybody's just fucking rolling a bat pipe and smoking the shit. But yeah. Like I said, basically the whole movie's a bender. In the beginning, Ross goes to the plug's house. The plug is tripping. He's high as fuck. He's like, oh, I misplaced the dope somewhere. And then Nikki is at the trap. She invites Ross to go see her boyfriend, which is the cook, who's going to give him some shit because Ross is looking for his fix. Ross goes and meets the cook at the hotel and gets his fix, and then that's where shit really gets interesting. Ross starts driving for this guy, the cook, Mickey Rourke, and basically they are, just cooking dope. The whole movie's a vibe. It doesn't feel rushed. It doesn't feel like anything's pressing, but the psychosis of sleep deprivation and drug use gets to these people in this movie, and the way it's done is really good. Like I said, it's like damn near real life. You'll probably have flashbacks, or you'll have memories of being at a trap house if you've ever been in one while you're watching this thing. Yeah, it's a 2002 movie, kind of the golden age for cinema, in my opinion. Early 2000s, 1990s type thing. And in the trailer, I'm pretty sure the cook is showing y'all how to make meth. It's kind of funny. Um, but yeah, let's get into it. So, um, basically, it's just kind of a movie that you gotta watch to understand it. It's uh, it's interesting. There's a lot going on, like just the way the characters are. They feel like real life people, especially Mickey Rourke. He does a really good job of being the badass kind of cowboy, um, meth cook. He's on shit too, but he can hold it down better, and he's able to make his money and do what he wants. He takes care of his girl Nikki, who's a stripper. Um, yeah, there's a scene in the movie where Ozzy Osbourne's Junkie is playing, and I can't think of a movie that has music that fits it better, really, than this scene. And in this movie, it's perfect, and that's one of my favorite Ozzy songs, to be honest. I think Ozzy kills that song, and it's used great in this movie. The soundtrack overall is amazing. You have the opening scene um, by a band, and I forget the guy who does it, but he makes a lot of remakes of music and his own originals throughout this movie. So it's really good. Um, just kind of the depiction of drug culture in the Western world, the United States, whatever. Um, it really hits a home run in this movie. Directed by Jonas Ackerlund, who apparently did a lot of good music videos for popular stars like Madonna before this. Um, Written by Will De Los Santos and Creighton Vero. And yeah, so apparently Will De Los Santos wrote this film based on his own experiences with drug culture. So that's kind of what gave it the authentic feel. And yeah, it's really well done, as I said, in my opinion. This is also a movie that really caters to me and what I like to see. As I mentioned before in my videos, I love real life feel to movies, and this movie does it damn near perfectly. So um, yeah, Brittany Murphy as Nikki was really good in this movie. She's jittery. She's really convincing that she's strung out on meth, and um, they've been up for days. I think Ross mentioned he's in like day 10 or something, just up straight on meth. And yeah, it gets really interesting. It's kind of like a different type of film, because maybe not everyone wants to watch a film based on drug use or fucking meth. But no, this is real life. This is what people go through. People get addicted to certain things, and but yeah, this is Spun. So Spun is really legendary. I like the scene where this dude, Spider Mike, is kind of like not getting any action from his girl. So he's like jumping on the bed with a wank sock, and then the cops bust through to raid him. So it's kind of fucking hilarious. Um, yeah, and people have really come to grow fond of this movie. It's gained a cult following. Based on just the cinematography, the visuals, the music, soundtrack, the vibe, the and the real life depiction of the drug culture. I'd say first and foremost. So Um, what else can I say? Yeah, Mickey Rourke was really great in this. He's kind of a badass meth cook, and yeah, he's one of the main characters that really kills his role because I feel like Mickey Rourke is kind of that badass, cowboy guy in real life, and he's just transferring that to film in this movie. Um, what else can I say? Um, yeah, the beginning to end, it's basically one big bender, right? Ross is driving the cook around. People are trying to raid Spider Mike, or the cops are trying to raid Spider Mike. The cops are kind of funny as well because they they depict cops that don't know what the fuck they're doing because I think they raid the wrong spot at first, which is hilarious. It's actually the kids spot, frisbee, and yeah, it's pretty funny. So overall, I'd say this is a good comedy as well as a drama crime thriller. It's got a bit of everything, a lot of funny moments, but a lot of serious, you know, um, serious moments involving drug addiction, pain, you know, um, loss of. I think Ross loses his girlfriend, so he's missing her. He wants to reconnect with her throughout this film, and I think he does at one point, but he's kind of seen as like a strung out meth addict. So she's like, "Get the fuck out of here." And then, Nikki mentions she has a kid in the film, and she's trying to get back home to see him or her or whatever. And then the dynamic of relationships between Spider Mike and Cookie, and also the cook and Nikki. They're fighting. They're kind of strung out on dope together, but at the end of the day, they still love each other and stuff like that. So I think that's a real life aspect of this movie as well. Relationships aren't perfect, especially when drugs are involved. I've seen that a lot in my life. Um, what else? Yeah, I'd say this whole film is an experience. It's a vibe. Um, the story's kind of fragmented, and you know, it matches the vibe of the drug culture because everything's kind of disorientated, but it makes sense. It all comes together. Um, it's kind of just like you're dropped in the middle of a fucking trap house, and you meet these people and you roll with the story and see what's going on. You're kind of like a passenger in the car, or you know, a side character in the film with these people, and it feels really cool. Um, so yeah, I love this film. This is one of my favorite drug movies. It's right up there with Train Spotting to me, and this one might be a bit better in my opinion, just because it feels like more of a vibe. It feels like you're there. It feels more personal, I'd say. Soundtrack is great. Um, as far as bad things I could say about this movie, there really isn't any. I thought the story was good. It was interesting enough. It was funny enough. Um, Actors were good, particularly Mickey Rourke, Brittany Murphy, and Jason Schwartzman. Um, and John Leguizamo was very good as well. I'm not gonna lie, this movie still cracks me up, and I've seen it 100 times. Yeah, so this one is it's getting a 9 out of 10 for me. 9.5, I'd say, damn near perfect at depicting the drug scene and depicting meth addiction. Um, Everything's a vibe. Everything's looking for that next fix. You know, everything's just going with the flow, and yeah, I'd say it's exciting, it's interesting enough. At some points, it might feel a little dull or a little boring, so that might be why it's getting a 9, but honestly, I'm okay with it. This will always be one of my favorite movies, favorite films, and you know, especially in the drug, crime, comedy category, I'd say it's right up there. It's probably my favorite in that category. So yeah, let me know what y'all think of this one. This is Spun, 2002 film starring Mickey Rourke, Justin Schwartzman, Brittany Murphy. A really fucking good movie, if you ask me. You know, I would watch this one, rewatch it all day, damn near every day. It's just so good. It's hard to explain. You really got to be there for this one. You really got to give it a watch and tell me what y'all think. I'm excited to share this one with y'all. So yeah, that's it for me on this one. Take care, y'all. Thanks for being here. Alright, peace.